What's going on YouTube? It's KevinBo202, and today I kind of want to talk about 202 Records and some of my new music. So I've been kind of working on the 202 brand a lot more recently, and more recently a lot of people have been asking me like how can they get signed to 202 Records, what do they have to do? So with the main thing with 202 Records is I'm looking for artists that are not only talented obviously, but are looking to really put in the work for what they want with this music industry. Now I know that there's a lot of people, including a lot of younger people, that kind of just want to do music just because they think it's cool, they want their friends to be able to hear their music, and they just want to do it for fun, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with doing that. But 202 Records is a legitimate business. If I'm going to be backing somebody, I would expect a profit from that, not just to be paying for CDs and merch and for your music to be on iTunes and on the streaming sites, just to do it for fun, because if I'm going to be paying for that, it wouldn't make any sense for me to put out my money like that to make absolutely nothing back. For somebody to join 202 Records, the main thing that I'm really looking for people to do is to establish some kind of fan base on their own. I could sign you and I can get my producer to make you beats, I can get people to design your artwork, I can do all these different things, put your music on my channel, let you get clout from me, and let you build fans off of my own fan base. But I don't really feel like that's going to get anybody anywhere. And then if you really want to branch out, you need to build your own brand already. You need to have something going for you. Once they join 202 Records and they already have their fan base, then they'll be on my channel also, and then their fan base will just continue to grow. Obviously, you would have to agree to my contract to be able to join the record label, and I'm willing to back any artist that really has the talent and that's really looking to do this seriously, not just as a hobby, not just for fun, but to actually get somewhere with it. Now, I do know that when it does come time to where I actually start signing artists, that everybody's not going to make it. Nothing's really guaranteed, but if you work hard enough, if you keep trying, your fan base will be able to reach the bigger points, and some of your CDs will start selling, your shirts will start selling, your iTunes sales will start selling, and your music will start streaming. As you guys know, I do make music myself, and no, I'm not a gigantic mainstream artist. I'm somebody myself that's looking to make it myself. But right now, with where 202 Records is, it's been my first step. It is what released my first project. It's what had CDs made that sold online. It's what had t-shirts made, and it's what's released my music on iTunes and streaming sites. 202 Records is like the first big step. Once you have your fan base built, once you have a steady fan base, people are really wanting to see what you're doing next, are interested in your next music, they want to see your mixtape, your albums, your EPs, whatever you're working on. After you have that already, you need to be able to branch out more and just continue to build as an artist. And I want to be able to help you do that. I want to be able to help you get sales, and I want to make like 202 Records like an actual family. Of course I want to make money, of course I want to be able to make hits, but at the same time I really want to work with creative people that not only are going to be on my label, but I would like to be able to actually do music with them too. I'm not going to give any names out, but there has been a few artists that I have been actually watching behind the scenes. I check out their music time to time. I like to see what they're doing next, and a lot of the times the problems that they're having is just branching out there, and of course that's going to be hard for anybody. It really isn't easy to get your name out there, but if you work hard enough, you put your mind to it, you put out great tracks, and then when the tracks come out, your friends want to share it with their friends, and then you start building an actual fan base. That's when stuff usually happens. So if you do want to join 202 Records, just build your own fan base, build your own brand, put out awesome music, and once I see that there's something that's actually starting to happen with this, and that we might be able to actually do something with it, with making CDs, iTunes downloads, etc., then we'll talk, then a contract might come into play, and we'll see what we can do. Now, I have a lot of friends that do music also, and, you know, of course, I want to be able to sign all my friends, try to help them build their base, and do this and do that, but at the end of the day, is it really going to get any of us anywhere? So even though my friends are awesome, you got to really be able to start this on your own, and once you pick it up, then I'll see what we can do as a team. Okay, and to continue on the topic of 202 Records, I forgot to mention in a YouTube video, and they did sell multiple iTunes downloads because I actually posted it on my Instagram at the end of January, but most people only know me from YouTube, so my bad for that. So I did actually put out the original dark version of Bird in a Cage for my last project, Inner Talk. The reason why I called it the original dark version is because when I was working with JNS Crooks on this project, aka Young Crooks now, I sent him my vocals over for Bird in a Cage, and he was going to be the one that's mixing it. But when I got the track back, I thought it was really dope, but it really wasn't what I was exactly aiming for. And then, like, I don't know, a little bit after, maybe I would say like mid-January-ish, I was going through a bunch of my emails, and I revisited the track, and I was just kind of like, this is actually pretty good. And to me, it's pretty cool because this was really more from JNS's perspective. This is what he had in his mind with the track, and what actually was the single and on my actual project, that was more of what I was actually going for. There are multiple differences with the track. There is no intro. The mixing on the vocals or the verses are different. During the first verse, when I start rapping slower, the mixing is entirely different. But the biggest thing is the difference in the actual hook, and I think that's what's really going to make people think either this is really good, this is really different, or I don't know what you guys are going to think of it. But if you do want to check it out, it is on iTunes, and I'm going to put the link to the iTunes song in the description. If you do buy it, come back to this video and tell me what you actually think of it. I'm actually curious. I want to know what people think of this actual track, and if they actually like it more than the original. But you can't lie, the artwork, the way I made it darken, I switched the colors up, that looks pretty sick. And the last things that I want to talk about, which I actually talked about kind of recently, is both music videos and my newest project. Just real quick, I am working on film more music videos. I plan on doing music videos for each single that I've released in order. The next coming up is the Apple Watch on the wrist video, which I have so many funny ideas for, and I'm finally getting them down on paper, and I plan on shooting the video soon. And then I'm going to continue in the order of Dinner Talk, and then I'm going to work on my third project, Singles. I'm not going to put out like a million music videos all at once. I am going to take time with them. I want to make sure that they're really good, but my goal was to have music videos for all of these songs out this year.
Apple Watch, Apple Watch, Apple Watch on the wrist. Got a Rolex, yeah, it's nice, but it can't do this. Yeah, I just bought an Apple Watch. Yeah, don't believe me, homie, you watch. Yeah, I touched that ish and now it's zooming. Hey, everyday business is booming. Hey, I got it for the low.